Jump circle for the University of Miami. And Boston University sends out Weimer, Caitlin Weimer. Hurricanes in white, Boston University in red, Watsco Center in Coral Gables. And away we go. Opening tap. Won by Boston University. Weimer almost knocked into the first row. Hurricanes played on Thursday morning. They had the annual elementary school day game on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. So they got an early wake-up call on Thursday.
You were here for that game,
I was.
Joe. Vibing off the energy of those elementary school kids.
Right, so maybe not quite as much energy today. Weimer misses close by. Cavinder with the rebound for Miami and quickly down the floor on the push. Williams has played very well the first couple of games.
Well, Cavinder and Williams on the perimeter are going to be the key to the pace and tempo that Miami wants to play with.
And Donde took too many steps.
So an early turnover here, not what Miami wants in the first possession, but they'll settle in. I think it's most important. Miami likes to play fast. You see them already applying the full court pressure to the Terriers to try to shake them up and get an easy basket.
Canes with victories against Maryland Eastern Shore and Stetson, and now a Patriot League opponent. Boston University 17-14 a year ago. Without one of their top players today, Alex Giannaros will not play. There's a travel on Boston University.
Well, for the Boston Terriers, they are definitely missing Alex Giannaros. She came out last game and dropped 23 points, and so that's a scoring presence that they definitely would like to have this afternoon, and they're going to have to figure out how to make up for her presence.
Yep, on the Patriot League All-Rookie team a year ago. Williams on the move underneath the basket. Comes back the other way and scores. Very clever move by Jalea Williams.
She's so clever, and her ability to get to the basket and create, and not only that, but how she can hang in the air. The decision-making in the air is really impressive.
Marin Durant. Pena on the bounce to Johnson. Inside for Durant. Trying to get around Pendande. Davenport. 4 to shoot for Boston University, a turnover. Cavinder in the passing lane. Harden spots Pendande, knocked away by Davenport.
It's a nice fast break by Miami. I like what they were trying to do there. And looking inside, trying to reward Pendande for running the floor. Got to hit your big girls, but just a double team and a clean block on the interior.
Williams back to area bits. Cavinder pops out for 3. But was fouled. No good, but was fouled, and we'll get 3 shots. If there's one person in the nation you do not want to foul, it is Haley Cavinder.
Why is that, Joe? Tell them about her.
She shoots 97%.
Yes. She has the record for the NCAA free throw shooting percentage. Set that last year, shooting 97% from the line. So she's practically automatic. No broadcaster's jinx here.
Perfect form and barely disturbs the net.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, her ability, she's a playmaker, hands down. So Haley Cavinder is someone that you have to have your hands up and be aware of on the perimeter, but she can put the ball on the floor, she can distribute, and she can finish at the rim as well.
She hits 3 free throws. All 3 looked exactly the same.
And that's what they tell you, the same motion every single time with the free throws.
And Donde, good pressure on the ball, forces a turnover. $5-0 Miami.
Wow.
Williams, another special play.
We're going to continue to say her name, and I'm just saying wow because I'm really just marveling at her athleticism, how quickly she's able to explode to the rim.
3 ball by Davenport is short. Area Bets on the push. Right back to Area Bets. Open is Harden. Tees up a trifecta. Good. What a start for Miami. Blazing start for the Miami Hurricanes.
They're looking good. Destiny Harden getting into the game, the 3-point ball, and Destiny Harden is someone that, I think is going to be relied upon for her leadership and her scoring ability as well this season for Miami. Good to see her get off to a good start.
Johnson on the move. Frees up some space. That's an air ball, but Weimer lays it in. 10-2 Miami. Pendande, too many steps again.
Pendande looking a little bit out of sorts at that high post. Understanding her size and the big wide body target that she is on the interior, I'd like to see her on the block a little bit more where she can get some easy baskets as opposed to having to think about it so much up high.
And an offensive foul on Boston University. Here's another look at it. Let's see. Davenport with a moving screen.
Yeah, and that's tricky because sometimes you want to say, oh, the moving screen is the person setting the screen. Yes, it is, but it's also the guard's responsibility to wait for it to be set before you move.
And Donnie left open at the free throw line off target.
It's a shot Pendande can knock down, but Boston University is going to challenge her to make that this afternoon.
Johnson, a little stop and go move. Good matchup there with Williams. Johnson, a Patriot League first team player, off for Weimer. Free throw line jumper is good.
It makes such a difference, Joe, when you have a big player that can extend the defense and put the pressure on the defense by knocking down those mid-range shots.
Weimer on the All-Patriot League third team a year ago as Pendande scores inside the right block. (12-4) lead for Miami.
Not quite sure where that foul on Cavinder came from. I didn't see a lot of contact on the perimeter there. Should have to shake it off, but you'll see. Barely a little check. Yeah. Barely. Maybe a finger check.
Pendande plucks off the rebound for Miami. Cavinder on the sideline. Williams comes up a little bit short. Davenport captures the rebound. Now Johnson through the center jump circle. Williams back on defense. Johnson, nice pass inside for Weimer. Doubled. Weimer the wraparound pass to Johnson. Good job by Boston University pulling it back out, right?
Yes, to reset. They're not panicked. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They have an opportunity to execute their half-court offense.
Weimer passes up a shot. 4 seconds on the shot clock for Boston University. And we'll take a timeout. Miami off to a very nice start. 4:41 to go in the quarter, 12-4 Miami.
So?
The new iPhone 14 Pro. It's amazing.
Yep.
Back at the Watsco Center, Miami leading Boston University 12-4 midway through the first quarter. Johnson got bumped trying to slalom through the Miami defense. Lost the ball on the other end. Williams misses from point-blank range. And rebounded in traffic by Boston University Davenport. Right back to Johnson, a pull-up high, arching three, no good. Long rebound to Williams. Haley Cavinder on the Aryovitz. Williams pulls up from the elbow. Spearman down with a good offensive rebound, but traveled. That's 3 traveling violations on Miami here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you have to credit Boston's defense, pushing the bigs off the block for Miami, making them a little bit more uncomfortable. But Spearman, I really like, as a freshman, I love her coming in. I like the presence that she has and the size, a big wide body target. Seems to be light on her feet. I know she'd love to have that one back.
Pena for 3. Side iron miss. Spearman down with a good rebound for Miami. It's nice pass to Spearman for the finish.
And I thought a nice finish through contact for Spearman. Starting to play with a little bit more confidence. It takes you a couple games when you're a freshman coming in to get settled, right? The lights, the different pace of play. But Spearman looks good here early for Miami.
Rated the second best player in the state of Georgia.
Well, listen, she certainly passes the eye test, and something Miami, I think, is going to rely upon this year is their depth. They have a really strong bench. Coach Meyer talks about how they get better when they go to their bench, and I think that's very true from what I've seen this afternoon.
Cavinder misses. Spearman battles with the rebound. Last touch by Spearman on the way out.
And for Miami, I mean, it's size after size after size coming in with Lattimore now subbing into the game. You have Lattimore, you have Spearman, you have Pendande. I mean, that size alone for Miami is a lot to contend with.
And Eventine with it. And on the move. Weimer inside against Spearman. Tries to duck around and traveled. Not 3-second violation.
A solid defensive stand again. Spearman coming in. I'm really impressed. We're saying her name a lot because she's making plays not only on the offensive end, but sometimes for freshmen on the defensive end. That's where they struggle, but she seems to have asserted herself early.
Boston University now hitless almost for 4 minutes. Weimer with a good rebound. Pena, who traveled. So Lattimore will throw it inbounds for the University of Miami as Dwyer comes in. Nice move by Lattimore.
Nice take. I love the aggressive attack, showing her ability to put the ball on the floor. 1-2 dribbles with that length, and she's at the rim to finish.
16-4 Miami. Weimer double teamed, and a foul on Miami. I believe they got Spearman on that one. Hurricanes on a 6-0 run. Boston University has not scored for the last 4 minutes. Here's another look.
Well, Lattimore was showcasing her length and her ability to finish. It's a pretty move and something that I think the Hurricanes are going to want to see more of from her.
Crisp has it. Short handoff for Johnson. Slides to her left, and her first shot of the day is good.
Just a little glimpse into what Sydney Johnson can do. I mean, by no stretch of the imagination is Miami unaware of what she can do. Her name's at the top of the scouting report, and thus far they've done a good job of containing her.
Had a career high last year against Boston College of 26 points. Dwyer misses. Weimer the rebound. Johnson on the sideline. Tried to surf through the Miami defense. Had her pocket picked by Williams. Williams on the move around Weimer with a really nice finish.
I think that's a finish by Dwyer. Her ability to get downhill so quickly. She applies so much pressure to the defense. My goodness.
Dwyer with great speed. Crisp tries to duck around and does. Ten-point lead for Miami at 18-8. Final minute of play, first quarter. Cavinder with a shot fake. Cavinder did not score on Thursday. Hannah Cavinder. Pendande, mid-range jumper is good to go.
Pendande looking a lot more comfortable. She settled down, got some time on the bench, playing with a little bit better rhythm in these last few minutes.
12-point lead for Miami. Dwyer bumps Johnson. Johnson comes up firing, around and out.
Nice pass.
Look at this pass by Cavinder. Cavinder to Lattimore to close out the first quarter with a flurry. Hurricanes are on their A game. Here's another look at it.
Cavinder on the inside. Look at that dish. Yes, ma'am. Nice.
With a 22-8 lead here after one quarter.
Well, the Hurricanes just look fresh, Joe. I mean, it's. We talked about the talent that's coming off of their bench and the depth that this team really has to work with. Right now, they're wearing the Boston Terriers out simply with that depth alone. Little change in the defense.
2-3 zone. Long rebound for Roberts.
And that's the difficulty. When you're in a zone, it's a little bit more difficult to be able to box out, put a body on someone. So Miami with the second chance, not what you're hoping for, but maybe to change them up, stop the momentum a bit.
Harden from the elbow. Tough shot and knocks it down.
Destiny Harden. She's playing some of the best basketball of her career and is going to be relied upon, as we said, as one of the leading scorers for Miami this season.
12 points, 6 rebounds on Thursday against Stetson.
It's been fun to watch her grow, and not only just the on-court play, but watching her confidence grow.
Good rebound for Lattimore. Up to Dwyer. Dwyer on the move. Cavinder tripped on the way toward the baseline.
Hannah Cavinder, we were talking about her a little bit during the break, and the difference from her twin sister, Haley Cavinder. I think Hannah's a little bit more of a facilitator. We saw that dime that she threw on the inside I think a couple minutes ago to Lattimore to finish. But I'm really excited to watch her continue to grow and develop as she gets more comfortable with her teammates. She can really be a very outstanding passer.
Inbounds goes to Roberts. Dwyer for Cavinder. Inside, Lattimore with the duck around and scores. Whoa! Harden goes into the seats, knocks over a couple of chairs. Hope everybody's okay. He is. Great Hurricane fan. Mark got knocked over. I think he's okay.
I think he's okay, and he looks excited about being part of the action as well. That's the kind of intensity you get when you sit courtside watching these Miami Hurricanes. They get it in. Look at the rotation. Look at Destiny Harden flying out of bounds. Yeah. That's a tough one. Tries to help him up a little bit. But just the hustle, we appreciate the hustle that Destiny Harden is playing with.
26-8. There's Johnson with a long three. Good. My goodness gracious. Johnson, a career 29% three-point shooter. Her 66th three-pointer of her career.
Well, Sydney Johnson, listen, she is definitely, like we said, a scorer, but she has a tall task ahead of her. She needs some help from her teammates. She's not going to be able to carry it alone this afternoon. Too many weapons from the Miami Hurricanes.
26-11 Miami. Haley Cavinder comes back in. Jalea Williams comes back in. And Ergovets also returns. Lattimore gets 2 shots for Miami.
Associate head coach Fitzroy Anthony for the Miami Hurricanes has so many options to choose from on the bench as he kind of handpicks who's in when. I mean, I'm just really so impressed with the diversity of the weaponry that Miami has this season. I mean, the rest of the ACC better watch out. I think Miami was picked to finish 6th in the preseason poll this year, and it's hard to imagine them being 6th or even worse than that. I mean, the sky is the limit for this team. They have a lot of talent, a lot of weapons.
Harden does a good job taking the charge. Harden is just playing with all kinds of great joy and enthusiasm this afternoon.
She does. I think that's what she really brings to her team. The energy, her enthusiasm, and her competitive spirit is so contagious. And I think her teammates have really taken that on. That's what's made her different. And she's worked her way up on the roster into playing time to the top now of the scouting reports for some of the opponents. sometimes it's what you can control, your attitude and your effort. And she brings it every night.
Hurricanes turn the ball over on that possession. They lead at 28-11.
Now Boston with an opportunity to close the gap a bit. It's going to be important for them to just take care of the basketball.
8 points for Lattimore, 4 for Williams, 3 for Cavinder. That one tumbles off the rim. Johnson the rebound, misses a runner. Weimer back up with the left hand. 6 for Weimer.
3 opportunities in that possession for Boston University.
Got an offensive foul this time on Miami, on Destiny Harden, who is slow to get up.
Yeah, my head was turned the other way. It looked like she came kind of out of nowhere. Was she coming to set a screen? Looked like, yeah. But she never stopped. The defender moved. She didn't anticipate that movement. Kind of an awkward play. It looks like a little bang in the groin area. Hopefully she'll be okay. Looks like she wants to shake it off. Yeah. Now, Joe, the physicality level has picked up a bit here, I think, over the past couple minutes. You look at the bigs on the inside fighting for position. There's a lot more bumping and grinding going on in the lane than there was allowed previously.
Semenova has come into the game for Boston University. There's Pendande and being tangled up with Weimer. Foul is on Pendande, her first. Inside for Weimer. You go against the Miami defense. 8 on the shot clock. The first line of defense, you get a Williams or a Cavinder or a Dwyer or a Roberts poking and jabbing and swiping. And then the last line of defense, you get a Pendande or a Lattimore or a Spearman.
Yep. That activity, those hands are busy on the perimeter, and the length on the inside for Miami is tough.
Turnover by Boston University. Mingo tried to get it inside to Weimer. I think for some teams, it's going to be mentally exhausting this year. Area vets for Williams. Cavinder. Oh, Williams with a beautiful spin move. Spearman is there to clean it up. Or rather, Lattimore.
What a great move by Julia Williams, getting on the inside, the spin. While she didn't finish, her teammate has her back. We'll call that an assist, if you will. Lattimore.
Yeah, Lattimore, 8 points for Lattimore. And back to the free throw line.
Lattimore has been very active on that offensive glass. Tremendous asset to this Miami Hurricanes team. She's showing us her full offensive arsenal this afternoon.
Johnson trying to get away from area vets. Shot clock is down to 7. Weimer on the baseline. Chris misses. Got over the rebound. It's Williams for Miami. Snakes her way right through the defense. Harden back in. Lattimore the finish again.
There's not much you can do about that. I mean, just Lattimore knowing how to use her length and her size, and has the touch to finish those plays at the rim.
12 for Lattimore on 5 of 5 shooting, almost a perfect game. Timeout on the floor. Lattimore with 12, tossing a perfect game. Miami leading at 32-13.
Took a while to get up here.
Latasha Lattimore having a game this afternoon, almost a perfect game. 5 for 5 from the field, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Lattimore good for 12 points. Had 11 against Maryland Eastern Shore on 3 of 5 shooting, but today has been spectacular for Miami, leading the Canes to their largest lead of the afternoon, 19. Here's a 3-ball on the way and good. Well, it was their largest lead. 19 now down to 16. Mingo with the 3-pointer. On the other end, Hurricanes answer with a 3. Cavinder with a nice 3-ball.
Oh, boy.
Weimer on the move, won't go. Crisp with the rebound. And it's 1 at the rim by Lattimore. In front, Daryevets. Along the baseline, Lattimore around and out. Roberts tried to get the rebound, went over the top.
Lattimore looking really comfortable out there, right? Able to get inside, post up on the block, stepping out, showing us a little bit of her mid-range game.
Haley Cavinder now, combining with the last game, now 4 for 7 on threes.
Well, once you figure out how to deal with the interior of Miami, then you have to compete with the threat from the perimeter. And Haley Cavinder is a load by herself alone out there.
First free throw by Pena is good. Second one is coming. Good in a pair of free throws.
For the Terriers, this game is not out of reach, but they're going to have to make a pretty big run to close the half, get some stops, and find a couple other weapons on the offensive end.
Cavinder just grazed the front of the rim on that one. Here comes Johnson. Pena in the corner. Covered up by Cavinder. Weimer for Pena. And a foul on Miami. I believe it's Daryevets will be the guilty party this time. That will be her first, and Pena will go back to the charity stripe for Boston University.
Well, that's one way to do it for Pena. I mean, being able to create offense. If you're struggling, you've got to get to the free throw line. So she's been heads down trying to get to the rim in the last 2 possessions.
Missed the first free throw. Second one is coming. And makes 1 out of 2. 3 for Pena. 35-19 Miami.
And the Terriers are sticking with that half-court 2-3 zone.
Lattimore for 3. Stepping out and buries a 3.
But when you shift to a zone, I'll just continue the thought. When you shift to a zone, you open up the perimeter, and Lattimore is saying, I can do a little bit of that too. Oh, my.
Weimer is short. Lattimore with 15 first half points. Right now it is a Miami Hurricane, and the Hurricane is Lattimore.
Lattimore is having herself a game, rotating the ball out on the perimeter, feet set, right in rhythm, in motion. Count it. That's a thing of beauty.
Lattimore is 6 for 7 from the field, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. And oh, by the way, has collected 5 rebounds.
She's been busy,
Yep.
to say the least. She has been busy.
And Donde's free throw is good. That's 5 for Pendande. And the second one coming. Pendande had 14 points, 7 rebounds against Stetson on Thursday. 8 points in 23 minutes against Maryland Eastern Shore.
Well, Lattimore is locked in. Let me tell you something, Miss Lattimore. Once you show us what you can do, that'll be the expectation. She's setting a high bar this afternoon.
Haley to Hannah, but she took too many steps.
The crowd was ready for a little bit of that twin-to-twin action on the floor. Unfortunately, that one will be wiped away. But the chemistry that those two have in Haley and Hannah Cavinder is fun to watch.
And they work at it. And some of your best players are your hardest workers. That's always a good sign. They're in the gym all the time working at it.
These are gym rats. They are gritty. They want to continue to get better. And they're just true competitors. So it's a joy to have them a part of the Miami Hurricane program.
Mingo for Crisp. "21-point lead for Miami. Weimer on the baseline. In all kinds of trouble. And I think she stepped out of bounds. Hurricanes will suffocate you on defense.
With their length, with their quickness, their activity, all of that. It's tough, really tough to get by. Thus far, I've been impressed, Joe, with how Miami has adjusted to the different defensive looks that the Boston Terriers have thrown at them. I mean, Boston's really tried to shake Miami up, but really to no success. Miami's doing a great job of reading the defense and keeping the ball moving. It's not one-on-one play. Everyone's getting the touch, and they're not settling for the first shot, but they're really finding the best shot.
Boston University, 13 first-half turnovers. Lattimore, look at this move. And a drive comes up a little bit short. Nice stop-and-go move. Johnson wants the ball right back. Johnson around Dwyer. Into the corner for three. No good. Weimer the rebound in traffic. Dwyer for Miami. Trying to go coast to coast. Last touch by Boston University. There's another look at this one with Dwyer.
Yeah, Dwyer showcasing her speed and acceleration, but just not able to find the angle to be able to make that finish. Instead, Boston comes up with the block.
Got the University of Miami, I believe it was a foul on a screen, right? Top of the circle screen. Miami trying to free up perhaps one of the Cavinders and a foul on Miami.
Yeah, got Pendande is going to send her to the bench.
Pendande, 2 fouls now. Boston University has been held hitless in their last 6 field goal attempts. 50 seconds to go in the half. Crisp gets down low and snaps that streak.
A good read by the Boston Terriers, seeing the mismatch on the interior with Crisp.
Roberts for 3, around and out. Weimer collects the rebound. Here comes Johnson on the push. Poked away. Cavinder has it for Miami with 25 seconds to go. In front to Dwyer. Dwyer pulls up with 20. Short. Rebounded by Roberts.
Miami just quicker to the ball and having opportunity to hold for the last shot in the half.
19-point lead. Arievitz wants a screen. We'll use it from Roberts. 4 seconds to go. Roberts trying to beat the clock. Off the rim. Miami goes to the locker room with a very comfortable lead of 19. 40-21. Miami the lead. And so far, this is the Latasha Lattimore show.
It has been and will likely continue to be. Got to find an answer for that length, for that quickness, and for the confidence that's growing possession by possession for Miami.
15 points for Lattimore. How about Miami's defense? What did you see there?
I thought Miami's defense was, you said, suffocate, let up.
40-21. Weimer inbounds for Johnson. And the third quarter is underway here in Coral Gables. Beautiful day, by the way, in South Florida.
I would agree.
Yeah,
and
blue
not to
skies,
brag,
warm.
not to be a weather snob, but isn't it always beautiful?
Well, mainly. Johnson on the move. One way to climb back in is draw a lot of fouls, stop the clock, and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a game changer. Sydney Johnson, she's got to find a way to get some easier baskets. I mean, Miami has really honed in on her on the defensive end. And we mentioned she missed last game, set out due to what I believe was COVID protocol and procedures. And then she's coming back, trying to, get your win back and get settled back in. It's a tough order.
Johnson averaged 15.7 points a game last year, good on a pair of free throws. Patriot League first-team player. Only the third Boston University player in the history of the program to be on the first-team All-Patriot League.
She does a little bit of everything for her team, and they're relying on her. She needs a little bit of help. She needs some help from her bigs, who have the size on the interior to compete with Miami, but the bigs have just not finished at the rate that they need to for Boston.
2 quick turnovers by Miami. Here's Johnson. Badgered by Williams.
And Williams just hounding the ball, Joe, as you said.
Dribbled it off her foot. Davenport had it ping pong around. Johnson open for three, short. Cavinder dashing up the sideline all the way to the rim, back out for Harden, and a triple try, good. Destiny Harden buries a three.
Destiny Harden starting to warm up, get comfortable, and that spells trouble for Boston.
Had 13 points and 10 rebounds against Maryland Eastern Shore, 12 and 6 against Stetson. Harden probably doesn't get enough credit for her rebounding. 100-plus rebounds in back-to-back years.
I absolutely agree, and as we're talking about Harden, look at Lattimore continuing on the interior, adding a block to her stat line for the afternoon. But Destiny Harden, you were saying before, Joe, she just plays with joy, right? And she's having a good time out there. The game is coming easy to her.
Lattimore running the floor. Finishes with the right hand. One excellent bingo there by Cavinder.
Well, they're going to get Lattimore with the hand check, I believe, in that last play. She's done nothing wrong on the court so far this afternoon.
17 points. They're going to run the floor right here.
Getting out. I mean, like a gazelle, running down the floor long and finishing in stride. Davenport
over Lattimore, won't go. Lattimore wins the rebound.
I'll tell you what I like, Joe, about Lattimore is her ability also on the defensive end. You're watching, she's not getting in foul trouble. She's straight up on the inside. With most freshmen, you go into them, you get in foul trouble early. You're taking care of business. She's straight up, and she's very disciplined inside.
Davenport, her runner is no good. Rebounded by Lattimore. That's her sixth of the game. Cavinder left open for a triple try. Bingo. Timeout, Boston University. This one getting away now, 48-23. We'll take a timeout from the Wasco Center. Cavinder with a three, and the Kings lead at 48-23.
So?
University scored the first 2 points of the third quarter. Miami scored the next 8.
Well, Miami's come out focused, and listen, it's Latasha Lattimore. We're going to continue to say her name. You're going to know her name, scoring in every way imaginable. Haley Cavinder getting on the action from the three-point line. But I really think it's the interior play for Miami that's opened up the perimeter, and everything's just coming easy to the Kings at this point.
48-23 lead for the University of Miami. 25-point lead, largest of the game. Johnson, no place to go. Another turnover, saved by Harden, scooped up by Cavinder. Ariavets weighing her options. The trailer is Harden for three. Got it! An 11-0 run for Miami.
Destiny Harden doing it on both sides of the floor. We saw the hustle play out of bounds, runs back to to catch that trail three-point shot.
Johnson and Ryan won't go. Davenport a rebound for Weimer. Miami's got it going on all cylinders right now.
Well, it's easy right now for Miami when everything's flowing, but the question is, I think at this point in time, you're looking at the margin, and you're about halfway through the third quarter and thinking, well, how do we get better here, right? So what is it that they have to work on? And I think it is them continuing to focus on each possession. Defensive stops, rotation, how are they communicating? It's not just going to be an easy ride. They got to figure out how to get better in this.
Durant below the free throw line, no good. Harden, Ariavets cross court. Cavinder, right back to Harden for another triple try. Short.
He's short, but the bench was ready.
Chris with a nice move. Harden collects the rebound. Here come the Canes on the attack again. Lattimore, nice move to the rim. How about that little jab step? And then accelerates to the rim and finishes with the right hand.
Oh my, when this tape makes it around the ACC of this game and what Latasha Lattimore, can do, my gosh, her name just got elevated on the scouting report.
19 points on 8 of 10 shooting. Crisp, that one tumbles off the rim. Cavinder the rebound and is bumped by Pena. Cavinder led the Mountain West in scoring and rebounding. Cavinder today with 9 points and 2 rebounds. Here comes Hannah Cavinder into the game. She played in 32 games last year.
I'll tell you something else that makes this Miami team special, especially at the guard position, their rebounding ability. We talked about Destiny Harden shooting it again.
Another three for Harden.
But besides her three-point shooting ability, how active these guards are on the glass. They're crashing the glass. They're scooping it up on the defensive end. That's something special. You don't normally get that from so many guards on one team.
Destiny Harden now 14 points.
You see Destiny lining it up. You got to know where the shooters are, and her name is definitely on the shooters list, but she's just shooting in rhythm, and you know when you see that smile on her face, it's a good night. That's a scary thing for the defense.
Harden will inbound for Miami. She's made 4 3-pointers today. She can score in a flurry. Harden tees up another triple try. That one's deflected. Williams plucks it out of the air and scores right around the rim. Hurricanes can crush your spirit.
Oh, quickly, because it's the ability for them to score in so many different ways. Their activity on defense, how fast they play, seeming to never tire. Look at the speed, look at the pace in which Haley Cavinder is pushing the ball down the floor for the Miami Hurricanes.
Harden has 4 3-pointers. That ties her career high for made threes in a game. Give you a guess the last time she had 4 3-pointers in a game. Louisville. Timeout on the floor, 58-23.
Took a while to get up.
Hurricanes are on an 18-0 run here over the last 4.5 minutes. 18-0 run for Miami.
It's been incredible. It's been an offensive onslaught by Miami, and I'll tell you something I'm also impressed with. We keep saying the last name Lattimore. She's been outstanding, but she has 19 points, and she only played 15 minutes. I'm going to talk about efficiency. That's scary efficiency right there.
Spearman off of 1-foot scores. It's a 20-0 run for Miami.
And Miami loses nothing going to their bench. Coach Meyer talked about this in her preseason press conference. She said, when we go to our bench, we actually get better. That is a scary thing, and it is true. It is true. You don't lose anything in size and in intensity and scoring ability. This Miami team is looking special, Joe.
It is an avalanche, a turnover by Boston University. The sky is falling, and the Terriers can't stop it.
Well, in fairness, we'll say Boston's a little bit shorthanded. I mean, they're coming in with Sydney Johnson this afternoon, a reliable scorer, but their all-rookie team performer and Alex Giannaro, she's not available. today for the Terriers, and she dropped 23 points in their last outing against Northeastern. So they're definitely missing her points and her contributions.
37-point lead for the University of Miami. Harden from the elbow, off the heel. Weimer down with a good rebound. (60-23), a 20-0 run. Weimer comes up short. Spearman collects the rebound. Her third.
Well, this is a good opportunity for Miami to get some of their newcomers some playing time together. This is where you build chemistry, start to understand habits with one another, and get some of your freshmen some confidence, getting them some early minutes. So then when you do have closer matchups, they're ready. It's not their first time on the floor.
Harden with 4 made threes. Spearman to the baseline and used an elbow to try to wedge some separation.
I can't quite place it. I'll have a couple more minutes to do so, but Spearman very much so reminds me of someone at the elite level and the WNBA level. I'm going to come back to you guys with exactly who, but I'm so impressed with how nimble she is with the basketball, right? How light she is on her feet and her movement on the floor.
Spearman tangled up with Weimer, and another foul on Spearman, so she'll go to the bench with 3, and here comes Lattimore back in.
It's not what you want to see if you're on the other end of that. But Spearman will find her rhythm. I think it's clear that the scoring potential that she has and what she can bring to this team, she'll settle in.
Weimer misses the free throw. The scoring drought of almost 7 minutes for Boston University. They scored the first 2 points of the third quarter, and until that free throw have not scored since. Outscored 20-1.
And it's tough when you think about where can they find offense. A little bit of full court pressure, perhaps, creating a turnover, forcing Miami to be a little bit uncomfortable. But to tell you the truth, Miami likes to play fast, so you're playing right into their hands.
Dwyer for Roberts. Harden pulls up. Weimer down with a good rebound for Boston University. A nice backdoor play right along the baseline for Maggie Pina.
It's a nice play and a really solid finish.
Dwyer trapped. And a timeout by Miami. We'll take a timeout. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Hurricanes lead this one very comfortably. Quick timeout, a 20-3 run. Why'd Fitz call that timeout?
Well, it looks like Coach was trying to help his team out, a teaching moment, because Dwyer was full steam ahead, but as she crossed the half court, she picked up her dribble in the corner, right between that half court line and the out of bounds, which is definitely a no-no, a learning and teaching moment for this team.
Went right into the death trap.
It is. I called it the death trap during our break. That is a no-no, and I'm sure that she will not do that again.
Harden back out to Dwyer. Nice shot fake. Gets to the elbow. Tumbles off the iron. Offensive rebound to Lattimore. Roberts. Harden, Lattimore again with another pretty move.
My goodness. Lattimore has had footwork. She's going to get the attention of a lot of people if she continues to play like this. The spotlight is going to shine on Miss Lattimore, a gifted athlete and playing with really such a strong and really high basketball IQ.
21 for Lattimore. Lattimore, a transfer from Texas. A career-high 21 points by a lot. Her previous career high was 12 against Idaho.
Well, a fresh start, new opportunity for Lattimore here, and it seems to be thriving in what the Miami Hurricanes offense is set up to do.
9 of 11 from the floor today.
It's just simply incredible. It's a career game, you know? And the scary part is that it could get better. Look at that. Look at the
Davenport
elevation.
over Lattimore, but altered by Lattimore.
That was a good look at the basket, I thought, by the Terriers. I thought they had a good shot at it. But Lattimore coming, just altering the shot with that length, making everything difficult. Nothing easy to come by in any possession for Boston.
Miami's outscored the Terriers 22-5 in the third quarter. Here's Cavinder. Under a minute to go now here in the third quarter. Dwyer connects to Roberts. Deals it inside Lattimore. Lattimore on the move with 21. Roberts ushers it to the elbow. Ball's loose on the floor and good hustle by Dwyer. So Miami has 1.2 on the shot clock. Not a lot of time here.
What's your guess, Joe? I'm calling a lob to
I
Lattimore.
was going to say, just throw it to Lattimore.
We'll see. Looks like Boston sniffed that out. Now they got that covered.
Harden has it off the baseline and hit the side of the rim, or other side of the backboard. .22 third quarter for Miami, 22-5 over Boston University in the third quarter. Another turnover by the Terriers. That pass a little overheated.
And that's the difficulty. When you have a little bit of momentum, or when you feel like you had a solid possession, you want to build upon that. And turnovers like that just deflate your confidence.
Dwyer finds a seam and an easy lay-in.
Shea Dwyer is such a gifted athlete. We talk about how she can penetrate the seams of the defense, but really she gets so low for the defense. Like, you can't get lower than her to stop her. That's really what makes her special and so quick out there.
64-26. Lead is ballooned to 38. Final possession of the third quarter. Weimer inside. Look at this shot. Johnson over the shoulder shot to finish the quarter. That was terrific. Well done by Sydney Johnson. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. Miami outscores Boston University 24-7 and lead it 64-28.
Mac, what year was it again?
1988. So 34 years ago, 17 restaurants and 10 branches later.
And it's been an all-around, I think, just solid team effort. Everyone brought their A game for the Miami Hurricanes team today. I've been just so impressed with not just how they're playing, but like the demeanor. It's not just about the people on the court. If you look at their bench, they're engaged, they're excited, they're cheering for one another. And that's the sign of a really special team when you have that type of chemistry.
Start the fourth quarter, pressuring on defense. Davenport with a second chance at it, now a third chance, and finally banks it home. Jump ball, Cavinder wanted to get a timeout. Durant had her surrounded. And the possession arrow favors the University of Miami.
So Miami has to be careful as they're trying to break the press. This is the second time that their guards have gotten caught in what I call the death trap, right? Right along the sideline, close enough to the half-court line where they don't have enough options. So you got to figure out how to get the ball into the middle of the court more consistently to break that press.
Durant with the rebound. Weimer running the floor, just misses. Harden clears the rebound for Miami. Their fourth rebound. Harden also has 4 assists today. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Spearman called for a traveling violation. Fourth quarter is just underway at the Watsco Center. 64-30 lead for Miami. Weimer connects with Johnson. Johnson against Williams. Finds a nice seam. Off the rim, Spearman with the rebound for Miami. Harden behind the back. Deals for Ariavets, skips it across. Williams in the corner. What a wonderful pass by Cavinder, threading it, a tight needle to thread. The Spearman for the finish.
I'm going to tell you something. I said I would come back to this, Joe. And I said, who does Spearman remind me of? I'm going to give you a little basketball history. For those old school basketball fans, the name Michelle Snow from Tennessee University comes to mind. The link that Michelle Snow played with, I think Michelle graduated class of 2002. But it's the length, it's how nimble she is, it's her footwork, it's how she finishes at the basket. Michelle Snow was one of a kind. If you don't know her, go look her up. I see a lot of Michelle Snow and Spearman early on in her career.
Harden will go to the bench with 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Stuffing the stat sheet today, Destiny Harden. There's Williams on the left wing. Reverses it to Lattimore. Now Johnson for Barry, poked away, or for Boston University, poked away by Williams. 36-point lead for Miami. Hurricanes led 40-21 at halftime. Johnson, a nice shot.
It's been so hard for Cindy Johnson to get free, to get a little space, to get a look at the rim, but when she has, she's been able to knock it down.
She had 25 double-digit games a year ago. Johnson with the rebound, nice outlet pass. And a layup on the other end is good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the Terriers' first transition basket of the afternoon.
That is correct.
That shows you how tough that Miami defense has been and how difficult it's been for the Terriers to get an easy shot.
Spearman will take a 3-ball. Cavinder with the rebound. Ariavets. Cavinder weighing her options. Nice move. Ariavets sets up Cavinder for a corner 3. A little bit too strong. Williams in a battle for the rebound. Durant perhaps fouled her from behind.
Remember, Joe, we were talking about the rebounding ability of the guards. Jalea Williams, particularly impressive, right? Her just gifted athleticism and how she can rise. She can get up with the best of them. But the decision she makes, possession in and possession out, to go and to challenge and to mix it up to get the rebounds, that's something that I think is really going to bode well for Miami as they get deeper into play this season.
Ariavets for Williams on the right wing. Roberts over Crisp. Nice shot by Roberts.
Jasmine Roberts has had herself a game as well. And fun fact to know about her, her cousins, you might know the name Shanice Bailey, used to play here for the Miami Hurricanes just a few years ago. And also a cousin of hers, Courtney Williams of the WNBA's Connecticut Sun. Years ago played for, I think it was University of South Florida as well. So she has some basketball blood in her family.
Cavinder. Haley to Hannah. On to Lattimore. Has that one deflected. Lattimore gets it right back. A reverse underneath the basket and ricochets out. To Sheehan. Pena running the floor. Nice dip around move around Cavinder. Cavinder with the rebound, and she wants to push the attack. On to a running Lattimore with another layup.
That's beautiful basketball there, Joe. Cavinder pushing the pace and tempo, looking for her bigs, and Lattimore running the floor. Love to see more of that.
8 more points in the second half for Lattimore. 23 in the game. Cavinder the steal. Roberts below the free throw line, no good. Lattimore the rebound, looking for 25, and is fouled.
Let me tell you something else I'm impressed with from these Hurricanes. We talk about the Cavinder twins often, right? And that one was Haley Cavinder pushing the ball up to Lattimore. But I think in the last possession as well, Hannah Cavinder, it's their defensive activity. It's not just about what they do on the offensive end. The Cavinder twins are committed to the defensive end as well, and that's going to make a difference for this team. The feistiness, the competitive energy that they bring on defense translates to offense for Miami.
Cavinder also put that pass right in a perfect spot.
Oh, she did. She
right.
delivered it on a rope. It's a dime.
Some of it you have to know your teammates and where's a good spot for them. Lattimore's running the floor, and she put that ball right in stride for Lattimore.
And I think what makes it easier, I mean, for the guards, when you have a big post player that wants to run but also provides a big wide target. If you were to roll the film back, let's do film session with Megan for a second. When I was a big years ago, running the floor, coach would always talk about putting your hands up so the guards could see you. Lattimore was running down the floor with her long arms stretched out. That makes it easy for the guards to hit you.
72-34, 25 for Lattimore. Three-point attempt, no good. Cavinder with a layup that is good to go. That's Hannah Cavinder on the other end leaking out with an easy layup. Another turnover by Boston University. And a timeout. Cavinder running the floor here with a layup. Hurricanes 74-34.
Take a picture.
Right now the Canes are riding an 8-0 run here in the fourth quarter. Lattimore, by the way, a double-double today, 25 points and 10 rebounds. Cavinder for three and good. Hannah Cavinder with a long three.
And Miami is not done. And look at the celebration from the bench, who's thrilled.
Hannah Cavinder, a career 28% three-point shooter, her 92nd career three. Spearman for Roberts.
Wasn't aware of Spearman's ability to handle in the full court as she just did, possibly acting also as a distributor. That's another element and dimension to Miami that's really dangerous for other teams. You got to watch out. There's so much this Miami Hurricanes team can do.
Spearman along the baseline and a reverse finish.
That was Michelle Snow-esque. I'm so excited about the development of Spearman. Just a strong upside, so much potential for a player that's so young in her career, but so gifted already.
Pena for three, curls out. Cavinder the rebound for Miami. Hannah Cavinder. The lead is 45.
And Miami's still looking to add, trying to execute in their half-court offense.
Dwyer looking for space. Salga for three. Off the backboard in the rim. Spearman the rebound for Dwyer and traveled. Well, when University of Miami looks at this one, have a couple of days off to get ready for FAU. Every coach is going to find something to correct, but this was a pretty flawless performance.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough, I think, to find any flaws really in the film room. But trust, there are always opportunities to get better. And I think for Miami, it's looking for those opportunities where, hey, what was the other option? It's not about what was there. It's about what wasn't there or what wasn't created when you get back into the film room and prepare for your next contest.
Three ball is good from the left wing by Mingo. Her second three of the day. Cavinder nudges it to Roberts. Feeds Spearman. Lost it on the baseline. Spearman for Dwyer. Back to Cavinder. 2 minutes to go in the game. Saga, a three ball. Dwyer, the offensive rebound. And a fresh 24 Miami with 1:50 to go in the game. I think Katie Meyer has instilled in Miami that no matter what the score is, especially with the competition they have on the bench, no drop in intensity.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. And I tell you, I've traveled a lot around the college basketball landscape over the years and been in a lot of gyms. And with Coach Meyer, I've always been impressed by the energy that she brings alone, right, and how she maintains that. And she expects nothing less from her team. So they are absolutely wired to compete for a full 40 minutes, no matter what.
Winning by 45, and the demeanor, the body language, even in the final minute with a 45-point lead, looks like a team that's in a one-point game.
You know what? And that's the way it's supposed to be, because no matter what, no matter who your opponent is, you actually are competing with yourself to get better. That's what most of the elite athletes do, compete to get better. It's not about who you're playing, it's about how you're performing. And being able to maintain that for 40 minutes is what's going to set you apart, because there's going to be a point in time in this season where they're going to be tested and they're going to have to play a complete 40 minutes. And you got to learn how to do so early. You can't just turn it on and off.
Spearman to the free throw line, 8 points, 8 rebounds for Spearman. And now 9. Good on a pair of free throws. The other thing that will jump out to the University of Miami coaching staff is the most assists in a game, 23 assists right now, since they had 24 against Vanderbilt in 2018.
That's something to be proud of. And I think hats off to Coach Fitzroy Anthony as what he's been able to maintain in Coach Meyer's absence. I mean, pushing the right buttons, putting the right pieces together, and the team playing as hard for him as they do for Coach Myers. That's impressive. So congratulations to him and what he's been able to put together in the past 3 games.
Foul on the other end on Miami with 35 seconds to go. 81-42. First free throw is good. Good on a pair of free throws with 33 seconds to play. So this will pretty much do it here at the Wasco Center. Spearman down low. Six seconds to go on the other end. Mingo with a layup as we get down to the final seconds. Good hustle by Boston University. (81-46).
A nice little crowd here in the Watsco Center, continuing to be engaged down to the very last second, Joe. It's good to see the support.
Going to see good basketball here this year. 35-point win for the University of Miami, 81-46. Canes go to 3-0. Boston University falls to 0-2. Hurricanes, a dominating performance, one-way traffic in this one. Start to finish, Canes got off to a brilliant start and never let off the gas pedal.
Yeah, listen, the secret is out on the Miami Hurricanes. They're freshmen.